Hello, Adam Laurie here, addiction specialist, helping people like you overcome your addictions in life so that you can move on and not be held back by addiction. Now, how do you overcome the cravings that an addiction would bring you? You know, those feelings of overwhelming urges to actually do something, like whether it's food, whether it's alcohol, whether it's drugs. Now, there is no getting away from cravings. Once you're addicted to something. Now, addiction is defined by looking for something, looking for a feeling, looking for something that's missing in your life and going to that source again and again and again. That source that makes you feel better, that fixes the problem. Maybe, in alcohol, drugs and food cases, it's just a temporary fix. But you can't really get away from the craving. So once you've gone to that well one too many times, that's it. Your mind is fixated. That inner internal dialogue, that little voice in your head will get on and on at you and push you in that direction. So there is no getting away from the cravings. But what you can do is use some techniques but more distractions. Okay. So basically the mind works as a kind of a thing of habit. It recognizes patterns, and it recognizes patterns that you do again and again and again, and that creates pathways in your brain, these neuro pathways in your brain that cause you to repeat the same behaviors again and again. So you're making something familiar. Okay, so when you have these cravings, the only way to do it is to try to find a way to distract yourself. And I remember talking to someone the other day, and they said, the cravings are just so strong. I just end up giving in. And I said to them, well, the only answer is, how bad do you want it? And they said, well, I really want to give it up. I really want it. And I said, well, if you keep giving in, you don't really want it, because otherwise you wouldn't. What are you willing to go through? What are you willing to do? What pain are you willing to withstand? What kind of mental torture are you willing to suffer to get to where you want to be? How badly, how really badly do you want to get there? And until you're willing to suffer, to bleed, to cry, to withstand all that physical, mental torture, then you don't want it enough. There is no help. You've got to sign that contract that says, yes, I will endure all of that, if only to get to where I want to be. Okay, so when those cravings are so strong, you've got to just push through, distract yourself. Your mind is like a naughty child. It will keep on and on and on at you. It won't stop. It won't be quiet. You've got to become that parent, as I say quite often. Be the boss. You are the boss of yourself. Don't let that little voice in your head tell you what to do. You know what's best for you. And as painful and as agonizing as it is, those cravings feeling so strong, and you can't find your rest, you can't find your peace, so be it. That's what you've got to go through. The only way out of hell sometimes is to walk right through it. When you're right in the middle, you've got to go through it to get out. So endure that torture, endure that pain, endure that mental anguish. So distract yourself, exercise, do something that really exercise is a great one, because it releases natural endorphins in your brain anyway. You feel great. You ever been to the gym and you really don't want to go sometimes, but once you've been, it's like, oh, I'm really glad I did that. I feel really good now. I feel quite energetic. I feel relaxed. I feel kind of proud of the thing I've just done now. It's been productive. I've actually done something worthwhile. And that's what you've got to do. When those cravings are so bad, you've either got to stick it out and just get on with it. Just push through it. It's going to be like moving towards the current, as it were. It's going to be a struggle, but you can do it. If you want it bad enough, you can get there. Make sure you're finding the right support as well, the right people around you. You must have support around you. Willpower alone is not always enough. You need that support network around you, the right people, the right help. So maybe seeking a group, maybe alcoholic group, drug addicts group, a therapist to help you get through, which is what I do with my clients. I help them using hypnosis get to that root cause of why, because alcohol addiction, drug addiction, food addiction, whatever addiction you can think of, that this is only the symptom. Okay, that's not the reason you're taking over. The reason is a deeper reason, and that is often going back many years to maybe in your childhood, maybe in your early teens, whatever. But the symptom of drug addiction, alcohol addiction is only a symptom. Okay, so when you get those cravings, make sure you are distracting it, rise above it, work out, work out that mind, take your brain to the gym, also take your mind to the gym, work out, become stronger. No one ever became strong by doing nothing. They had to endure that physical pain, that mental block, that feeling that they can't get past that line, that feeling that they can't lift that heavy weight. You just got to practice. There's no easy way to do it. There's no quick fix. There's no shortcut. You got to push and push. How bad do you want it? Like I said before. And then until you're ready to sign that contract to say, yes, I'm going to endure everything it throws at me. And I'm going to push through. I'm not going to stay down. It doesn't matter if we fall down. It's how many times you get back up. So when those cravings really hit, do something, change the habits, change the routine, change that neuro pathway in your brain that is making you repeat these same patterns again. And that's what I do in hypnosis. I change those neuro pathways so that you become free of that behavior. You become free of that thinking so that you can move on, move forwards without that addiction, without the cravings holding you back and tormenting you. So if you found this video insightful, useful, like it, share it. That's always appreciated. Share it with someone who might find it useful, educational, or just as a bit more knowledge. And when we get that message out there, people will become more aware of about what addiction actually is and what people have to go through to actually push through to get to the other side, to get to where they want to be. So until next time, guys, take care. And you can also watch my other videos here and here as well. See, they're actually floating now where we are, so I actually can't see them, but those are the two videos there you can actually take a look at as well. So until next time, take care. Bye.